We here. Supreme rising. I should get a right up in here. Let me see. Move my camera out too. Supreme rising family. We tuned in from Philly today. Let me get y'all some better lighting. All right, there we go. Peacemaker. Y'all know the vibes. Well, we here, we tuned in, we live, we direct with it. All right, we in Philly. Today's day one of the next, 31 days in December. We're gonna be going live every single day. So I'm excited to, provide all the value, the insight in which I'm going to be these next days. And today specifically, I want to, just stress the importance of understanding consumer law. We're not going to dive too deep within each law today, but more so, things that we can do and things we can capitalize off of from simply knowing consumer law. So I'm going to help you guys, for those that are not familiar with consumer law, get an understanding upon the power of consumer law. Not everybody, is in the position where they have derogatory accounts. So if you're not in the position where you have derogatory accounts, maybe you have a kid that's 17, 18 years old, and we're going to talk about things that they got to start taking action upon now. At the end of the day, I'm not here. A billion lives is not going to be empowered from me. It's not going to be empowered from you guys, but more so the next generations. So if I can instill this in, to you guys and teach you guys consumer law, and you guys can go out and teach your kids or your grandkids or your nieces, your nephews, whomever it is, this next generation is truly going to be the ones to get this billions of lives, up and running. And I got a little brother, a nephew myself, and I instill this business, all my day-to-day practices, within them, so that they're able to go out and live by that. And so, they're gonna be, the ones at the end of the day. So everything in which you guys are, learning from my channel, not only about consumer law, but just the way of living as a whole, and just getting more in tune with yourself, getting more in tune with nature, just being more present. Those are things in which I highly advise all of you guys go and start practicing more of. Today specifically, I did want to touch upon, the power truly of knowing consumer law and what to do with, you guys knowing consumer law. And, from this, going into 2024, we're not going to be too much diving deep on these lives with consumer law. That's why I'm going live every day for the remainder of 2023. The fourth quarter, we're closing out strong. And so the remainder of 2023, I want to make sure everybody has a grasp upon consumer law. Everybody's able to get their processes handled. From there, going in the Discord, there's so many people already alone. If you guys are not in the Discord, I highly advise you guys get into the Discord. But going into the Discord alone, you guys can get, anything you guys are looking to get done, answered within the Discord. Not only by me, my mentees are within there, and there's a huge community within Billionaires Club as a whole. All my where's some water? All of my mob members. There's some water. All of my mob members, everybody that is a part of Billionaires Club, whether that be the mentorship, whether that be whether that be personal credit blueprint, being a part of both, you guys do get access to private chats and whatnot. So above all else, family, we got to understand Title 15. We got to understand the power of consumer law so that we can go out and, yes, clean our consumer reports. Why do we want to clean our consumer reports? So, yes, it's our God-given right to obtain these certain things, but at the same time, we want to have our consumer reports in order. We don't want to have to keep going through the headache of going through adverse action and going through that process of getting the account opened up and a denial of credit, back to back to back to back. We want to be in the position to where they look at our consumer report and they're like, okay, we want to, give them their open-ended credit plan. We want to give them funding. We want to acquire, granted, whether they want to or not, it's a right in which in which we cannot be denied as a whole. If you understand who you are and truly understand the teachings that I'm teaching here within the Equal Credit Opportunity, which is 15 U.S.C. 1691, and within Truth in Lending, which is 15 U.S.C. 1601. So above all else, we got to understand consumer law so that we know how to go out and move accordingly, so we don't have to continue to come back to this. But if we are in the position, and if they have violated us, and if they have furnished our information, and all of these, violations in which they're doing, and defamation of character, if they're continuously doing such, okay, we got to know how to put them in place. But not only put them in place, that's one thing. You guys can go reach out to a credit repair company to do such, but no, we got to understand consumer law, not only to get things removed, but to acquire a remedy as well too. Remedy is where, things is where the true power comes, above all else. So all of my teachings is not just help you guys get things deleted. Getting deletions is, the stepping stone. That's fundamental stuff. That's foundational groundwork. That's, basic stuff. What we ought to, no, not the camera dropping. What we all ought to be in the position of is going out and receiving a remedy, family. If we're not receiving remedy, we're not truly exercising our rights. Let me make sure this shit don't turn off on me. All right, now, you want to keep dying on me? What's up? Oh yeah, she is low. Let me plug her out. Oh my God, what's up? Everything wanna die on me now? Alright, we got the iPhone charger. I do not think we got the... Okay, actually I do. We stay strapped. Yes sir, indeed I do. Gotta keep the cords with me. Alright, let's plug it in. And I know what I'm going through means nothing to you. I would've gave my all for your love, but my heart ain't enough. Except this up. Is there anybody out there? Alright, family, I see y'all tuning in. Make sure we're going live the next 31 days to finish out the remainder of 2023, even on Christmas. We're gonna be going live every single day. We're gonna be going live. So make sure you guys got, first and foremost, are liking the video. So let's show some support and let's drop some likes in this video. Make sure y'all are commenting so I can see and know more of what y'all are looking for going into these next 31 days. Because like I said, 2024, we're going to really be focusing on... 2024, we're going to really be focusing on... Alright, there we go. We're really going to be focusing on... let's turn it this way then. I don't need the camera, I just need the light. 2024, we're really going to be focusing upon building, acquiring credit, acquiring funding, really tapping into that open-end credit plan. But before anything, that's why going in the remainder of 2023, the fourth quarter, I'm a closer. Above all else, I've always been a closer. My whole life, my whole career, I've been a closer. When it came to sports, I closed. Fourth quarter was on the line, I came in the clutch. Basketball came in clutch. Football came in clutch. Doesn't matter. You guys can look me up. Antonio Cuevas. Go look up the highlight tape. Big time players make big time plays in big time games. Period. Point blank. So in big time positions in my life, which is this fourth quarter of 2023, going out making sure you guys are in position to take action and not miss out on the moves that are going to be made. I want to make sure that you guys are receiving all of the information needed. I'm not holding back information on the public channel, on the mob. On the mob is just more step by step. It's $25. And one thing I did want to mention is that YouTube doesn't let me edit and change the $25 from 25 a month to 15 a month. So there won't be no sale. Sucks to suck, or not sucks to suck, sucks to say. But above all else, $25 is going to be $25. It's $10 more. You guys get started within this time frame. Send me a receipt. What I'll do for you guys is I'll send you guys $10 and you guys will get access to this information. But show receipt, you guys did get locked in from this date going forward. And that's going forward anybody that does get plugged into the mob. So let's make sure this video does get out there. I think my VAs are requesting some information from me. Let me type. I'm not trying to mess up this live. She's just gonna have to wait. So what I really want to touch upon today, though, is, understanding and getting to the basics of Title 15. What I really want to come here more than anything as well, too, is to get more insight upon your guys' process, things you guys want to see more going forward on the live. I've seen a couple of people talk about business credit in 2024. That's what we're really going to be focusing on. We're going to be focusing on acquiring aged corporations. I'm going to show you guys how to acquire aged corporations. If you don't already have your consumer report in order and you got extra capital on hand, with that extra capital, what I want you guys to do is go put down a secured loan. Don't use a regular, or don't go through and put down a secured credit card. Go get a secured loan. Loans are a lot harder to acquire, especially higher limits in credit cards, and it's going to help strengthen your consumer report. Go out and get Rental Comma, get Rent Reporters, get Credit My Rent, get these rental accounts, which are installment accounts, which will help, one, add history, and two, above all else, just strengthen your report, because we've got more open accounts. It's $8 a month, to keep it active. It is like $80 to $100 depending on the website. That's going to help you guys build out your report. But from there, once we got our report built out, once we got it clean, once we understand truly the processes in which I teach upon consumer law, now we can go out and we can acquire funding. Now we can go out and we can stack credit cards. Once we stack credit cards, because we have a built out and solid consumer report, now we can go out and we can get six credit cards with only 2 inquiries. We can get 15 credit cards with only 6 inquiries. So we can get multiple credit cards, which the multiple credit cards is going to add up to more funding. It's going to add up to access to capital that you were now able to go out and invest into, Airbnbs. You guys are going to see in 2024 the amount of investment properties in which I'm going to be capitalizing off of. Why I haven't done so in 2023 is clear. The market is terrible. I'm not a dumb investor. So what I've been doing with the money and the capital in which I have been making is I've been investing in day trading, as I've been day trading for the past 3 to 4 years, looking at the markets, seeing how terrible the markets are, but also understanding, with them being at a high, what goes up is going to come down. So when I tell you guys things, I don't just tell you from an oblivious point of view. This is me actually being in the market, seeing the markets move on a day-to-day basis, on a weekly basis. I trade 3 days out of the week, and I've seen these markets move since 2019, and seeing how they've been moving recently, and just seeing the housing market, seeing these markets as a whole. Now is not the time to buy. Now is not the time to capitalize. But also seeing that, as all of these banks like Silicon Bank are closing down, not able to refund, people back their money. Big shit is popping off. Bank of America getting sued $12 million. Wells Fargo just got sued $100 million plus about a month or two ago. These big banks, these big corps are getting hit with lawsuits. And so with that being said, big shit is coming in the economy. With that being said, reparations is going to be being paid out to the people that know how to go out and acquire the reparations. But if you don't understand truth in lending, if you don't understand the FDCPA, if you don't understand where to hold all these corporations liable, within each one of these subchapters, they're going to continue, getting away with the crime in which they're committing on a day-to-day basis to you consumers. Just go look up the CFPB newsroom, and you guys can find every single news event that's going on a day-to-day basis. You guys can see how much the CFPB is suing these corporations for. And if you understood that remedy was your remedy, you guys would be going out and moving completely different. Rather than these corporations calling you guys would be picking up the phone calling these corporations, right? If you guys put forth the same amount of energy that these corporations put towards you guys to collecting balances due, you guys would be billionaires, millionaires, right? So we got to start putting forth the same effort they're putting towards us, and that you guys are, taking on a day-to-day basis, and that you guys are consuming and not going out and exercising. But in order to do such, you guys got to be and have all of your chips in order. You guys got to truly understand what it is you guys are talking about and breaking down how. Get more active in the group chat. I want to see more activity in the Discord. Make sure you invest $25 into yourself to the mob. The mob is $25 a month. After month 1, become inactive for all I care. If you guys aren't getting value, if I'm not updating it, on a weekly basis, bi-weekly basis, every day this month, I'm going to be going live on the mob as well too, giving more inside information. If I'm not providing, doing the things in which I'm saying, become inactive for all I care. It's $25. Is $25 going to hurt? And you guys to invest yourself upon the information which I have, and the information I already have alone is worth 25 times 12. What is that? It's worth more than what you guys would pay a year to be within the mob. Furthermore, you guys are getting access to private group chats within the Discord. Whether you guys use that or not, that's up to you guys. That's not up to me to make sure you guys are active within private chats. That's, for me to have that private chats open to you guys so you guys can have more access to me and drop your processes within there. Once you guys drop your processes within there, okay, I'll be able to help you guys more. But in terms of the information, the value, that's why we got the university coming. That's why in 2024, we're going to be making sure going forward, I have, the university. That's already in the works. That's already, about to be launched for you guys come December 1st. Furthermore, we got the mentorship, which we've been going at it for the past 2 years. It's getting way too hot up in here. So let me have some fresh air real quick, man. So once again, family, it's like, the systems are there. It's now, are y'all doing the things and taking the steps, even on this live, like, y'all just looking at me, like, no, and y'all got negative items on y'all consumer report. Y'all just listening, like, don't listen just to listen to learn and listen to apply. Okay, what do you need done? Drop in the question. Don't just watch and listen to me talk. Drop what you guys need help with, and I'll help you guys here on this live. I'll come up with a live. I'll write it down. I got my notebook and my pen with me everywhere I go. Tomorrow's live, we'll focus on student loans. Tomorrow's live, we'll focus on business credit. Tomorrow's live, we'll focus on the FDCPA. What do y'all need help with? And that's going to help me help you guys above all else. I'm not always here to watch and look at the replays, comments. I have my assistant going through and doing that more than anything if we're keeping it a stack, because I'm out here in the trenches, real life, helping people, not only on the tube, in real life. I also have people within my life, in real life, in which I'm helping as well too, outside of this consumer stuff, outside of this financial stuff, that are going through health stuff, that are going through, that need holistic care, that need, real life stuff. You feel me? So like, it's like, family, we got to make sure we're taking advantage of the times in which we do have here, and the times that we do have here. I'm all for y'all, and that's why as well too, within the Discord, in the mob specifically, if you're not invested into the mentorship, if you're not invested into, my time specifically, that you guys are at least investing $25 into yourself so that you guys can get what you guys are looking to get done. People are paying consultations of hundreds of dollars just to get access to people for an hour. You guys can get access to me and your guys' process by investing $25 and dropping that in the Discord. Yo, I'm in the mob. I'm looking to, get help with this within the mob. You drop it in the public Discord. There's so much chaos going on in the public Discord. I can't help y'all with all of that, and I'm going to let you know firsthand. But I do have that open so that my mentees can help you all, so that the people within the community that are also seeing results from this video, from these videos, are also seeing results, so they can help you as well too. Above all else, if you want my time, my energy, invest into yourself. $25. That's all that I wanted to come forward saying. And furthermore, within there, I got a breakdown of everything you need to get anything done. The CFPB, how to file complaints. I got that. The FTC, how to file a complaint through the FTC. We got that. So it's time to take action more than anything, because y'all could have all this knowledge, and knowledge is only potential power. Applied knowledge is true power. And so going into 2024, we're really going to be focusing upon investing. We're really going to be focusing upon leveraging our, personal credit. If you guys don't have the 6 data points, data point number 1, let's make sure of that we're hip with it. 35% of your consumer report is your payment history. So if you guys have any late or missed payments, we got to get rid of those late or missed payments ASAP. 30% of your report, another 30%. So this is 65% of your report already. This is more than half your report. And just off the top 2 data points in which I'm referring to, the 2 criteria which we must have in order. Number 2 is utilization. We want to have that below 10%. If utilization is not below 10%, and it's below 30, yes, below 30 is not hurting us, but it's also not helping us. Once we get it below 10%, that's going to positively help build out our report now. Number 3, we want to have 4 to 5 years of credit history. That's why I talked about those rental accounts in which I referred to. Furthermore, what you guys can do, reach out to your grandma, reach out to your grandpa if they're still here. Reach out to your aunties, reach out to your uncles, reach out to family members, talk to your family members, get them familiar with financial literacy, pay them rather than investing into websites. But if you guys need websites for such, you don't know anybody within your family, look up TradeLineSupply.com, look up TradeLine Central, reach out to me. I have a lot of people within my community. I have my own credit cards that I can help you guys get onto for as an authorized user for 60 days. But why I recommend a family member is because they can be on longer than 60 days. Make sure their payment history is good. Make sure their utilization on it is good as well too. All of these things I'm referring to prior, make sure that theirs is good on this report as well too. Because if not, it's going to report onto your report as well too, and it's going to negatively affect your report. Number 4, all right, we talked about payment history, utilization, age of credit. Number 4 is how many open accounts do you guys have? We want to have 10 open accounts. If we don't have 10 open accounts, okay, these reporting agencies, these financial institutions want to see our payment history, which is 35% of our report. How do we get more payment history, more open accounts? So add on some installment accounts, add on, some revolving accounts, which are minimal payments, but that add up and total up to, good sum totals upon trade lines as a whole. So for instance, you guys can go to Credit Strong, you guys can go to Bright Money. Now these are different trade lines, primary accounts in essence, that you guys can add onto your reports. Number 5, you guys want to have 2 to 3 inquiries. If you guys have high amount of inquiries, and we know on this channel that an inquiry is a receipt of a transaction. So if we have inquiries on our consumer report, that's revenue that's owed to us within itself. That's $1,000 per deletion per inquiry. Look up 15 USC 1681N, 1681O, and 1681Q. Look up 1681B, permissible purpose. When did they receive permissible purpose from you guys? Look up unauthorized use and truth in lending, the definition section. Look up in the definition section of the FCRA what should be excluded, any transaction or experience. If there's an inquiry, that's a transaction. That's a receipt of a transaction, so that's literally showing you verbatim that there was a transaction. So any transaction or experience should be excluded from one's consumer report, verbatim. Y'all know y'all getting value on this call, so make sure we get the likes up. Make sure y'all hit the notification bell on the channel as well too. And make sure if you guys are not already in the mob, make sure you invest into yourself into the mob so you guys can get access to these private chats that I'm talking about, because within there, we're going to be talking more about different investments. You guys will get access to be able to actually invest with me upon these investments in which we're going to be making going into 2024. In March, you guys are going to see there's a commercial deal in which I'm working with, in terms of multifamily apartments, literally buildings being built up from scratch to something. Right? You guys are going to see the whole project within itself. I'm going to record this. I'm going to go live on this. If y'all want part in these investments, if y'all want part in the movements, if y'all want to learn how to truly make your money work for itself, let's make sure that we're investing into ourselves. So with the mob, I just talked about it. So the mob, $25 can't be changed on the YouTube. I don't know why they're not able to allow me to change the memberships, but what's set in stone is set in stone. I would have to create a whole new membership level, and I'm not creating a whole new membership level, and I'm not uploading new videos to such. So what I said is, you invest into the mob, $25, I'll refund you $10. So that's that. I don't care to refund you guys $10 for those that invest into yourself. Furthermore, if you invest into yourself, you guys can get insight to the private chats, and you guys will get more exclusivity to me and ask questions within the mob's Discord. I'm not going to force you guys, and I'm not going to be dropping information within there daily, but I will be checking that daily to see if you guys do have information, steps and processes, and are looking to get access to me. In the public Discord, like I was saying, I don't got time to be going through the whole public Discord and reading that on a day-to-day basis. It just doesn't fit in my schedule. And that's why I've created the community. That's why I've gotten multiple people to the level in which I'm at, if not further, with this information to be able to help you guys as well too within the chat. So, I'm at the point where I'm past, all of that. If you guys want my time, my energy, and that's the only reason why I even have a cost towards anything in general, is because of the work I put forward, and I over deliver on the information that I provide to you guys on a day-to-day basis. And I promise you, nobody on the history of YouTube channel with the information which I'm teaching is going live every day for the remainder of this time period in the 4th quarter of December. That's why we got things in which you invest to. I don't care for monetary fee, monetary dollar. I'm rich in life. I'm good. So even without any money or any monetary anything, I'm good because I know what information and value I provide on a day-to-day basis, and I know how many people's plants and gardens I water. So I know my garden is forever going to be rained upon, and water is always going to come, my way to feed my garden, above all else, because what I've put out there, my intention behind everything, I don't ask, nor do I look for anything from anybody, nor do I expect anything from anybody. So I don't expect anybody to expect anything out of me. But what I am going to provide and make sure that I do deliver is, you know, more than anybody as well too is providing or delivering. And so for that, you know, I'm gonna do me, and you know, y'all gonna receive the things in which you guys are able to receive, and that's that. And if you know, I've given already prior to what I'm about to go do in the month of December, I've already given y'all game for everything y'all need to get done for anything with $25 invested, even with $0 invested. Go watch the How Can One Be Denied Credit Part 2. 100%, I promise you, watch the Part 2. That's all you need for any process. I gave you guys our administrative process, the 10-step process. Now, if you read, if you understand, if you go through the other videos, and it'll help make all and correlate all of this together, that'll help y'all, you know, put everything together. But that Part 2 video, that's all y'all need. That's all you need. 5 people called me today, booked calls. And that's the crazy thing too. I do free booked calls for 10 minutes. Ain't nobody out there giving y'all a free 10-minute consultation of their time. Nobody. On top of that, for you guys, it's for the billions. And I don't think about y'all. I think about the billions. I think about the overall collective. I don't think about any single one of you guys. I think about billions. You know, I'm grateful, don't get it twisted, for every single one of you guys, because without every single one of you guys, none of this would be possible, and the billions of lives wouldn't be touched. But at the same time, when you lead with pure intentions, when you lead with love and gratitude, which I express on a day-to-day basis. If you guys are on the Discord, we're doing a 21-day of abundance meditation. I'm giving you guys access to me in the mornings through my morning routine to come on and meditate with me, to get in tune with yourselves with me. Forget all this other information. We're tapping into ourself. You know, we're tapping into that higher source, that, you know, that God consciousness. And so above all else, family, 2023, this is a time to get our consumer report in order. $36 trillion the United States is in debt. All of these banks are getting hit with lawsuits right now. Bank of America, like we just went over last night, $12 million lawsuit. Go look up on the CFPB, you know, the same banking which is reporting false information on your consumer report. I promise you, within the past year, they've probably gone through a lawsuit as well, too, with the CFPB, if not the past year, the year prior. And there's remedy in that process that's owed to you guys. So go through these. And specifically what I was getting at right now in this time in which we're at, with the economy being where it's at, you know, these corporations are starting to get hit with, you know, lawsuits. They're starting to get fined tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. But these fines is our remedy. If you understand who you are, if you are taking the proper steps, if you are taking them through pre-arbitration, if you're taking them through arbitration, I'm talking and speaking about outside of litigation, outside of taking them to the federal courtroom. Never even think about going to the district or the state courtroom, neither. Always in the federal courtroom. But outside of all of that, family, there's remedy in the process within itself. You know, I've showed you guys through the free invoice generator, how to draft up a free invoice, how to send these corporations an invoice with every single letter that you guys are sending out. Why wouldn't you send an invoice every single letter? Yes, we want deletions, but I also want that remedy for you guys, for the defamation of character, for the mental distress, for the financial distress, for the marital instability. You know, it's caused instability within your guys' marriage, right? For you guys know is your story. That's what I always say. So you guys know the things that are being caused. I had somebody call me earlier that they're homeless. You know, they might have to live in a shelter. You know, with that being said, you know, because of the inaccurate credit reporting, unfair credit reporting methods and tactics in which they're using, is leading them to being homeless, which is so much remedy within that process. So that's why, like, I even say, you know, it's a lot bigger than y'all. You know, I got people that are real life homeless upon, you know, my channel, out in the streets, that haven't even found out about the channel. The fact that those that are homeless or are looking to be homeless, you know, should be even diving deeper into the channel. Now, that's why I'm here. Now, y'all should be more cooperative on these lives, dropping questions, you know, so the time that we do have together, you're able to take action until the next time we are together. So the action in which you've taken from the time in which we're not together, now you could have more questions, and now you could get more things answered and more things done. But if you're just still watching these lives and not taking action on nothing, then what is that doing? Okay, if you're homeless, what's on your consumer report that's negative? Julius, what's on your consumer report that's negative? There's remedy. If you got bad credit, there's remedy. You don't gotta have good credit to go acquire funding. I'm showing y'all how Fuck, these so much remedy. Damn, let me get off this shit. Let me get off this. All right, there we go. So if your car is repossessed, that's beautiful. You know, that's a blessing. Find that contract. You know, within that, after they've repossessed your car, they probably told you that they were selling the vehicle. Look, we're getting into it now. This is what I want to see more of. Find that shit. Find that contract with them. Within that contract, you know, even find the letters that they've been sending to you about them. Okay, they sold it. So they told you they sold it. So with them telling you that they sold it, that's a violation of 15 USC 1692E. With per each violation, that's $1,000. Draft up all of the violations. Go watch the false and misleading information, 1692E video that I have for you guys. Watch that video. I broke down each one specifically. I promise you there's 3 to 5 violations within just the repossession alone. Furthermore, you guys can break down defamation of character. Furthermore, damages have been done. Furthermore, you're homeless. Watch the replay. Time is everything, and I don't got time. The facts that nobody I know giving anything for free. I don't know who's providing this. Whom is? So 1692E. Write it down. Go watch that video. Watch the video of how can one be denied their God-given right, part 2. Skip to like an hour and 5 minutes, I believe it is, and watch the administrative process, while I talk about, literally what to do step by step prior to going through arbitration. Find the agreement above all else. Look for where they do talk about arbitration. What I would just do right away is I would already draft up an affidavit of fact. Within the affidavit of fact, I'm letting them know and giving them a chance to settle pre-arbitration. Let them know that you're going to take them through arbitration within this affidavit of fact. And if they don't comply, boom, I would apply for something right after I send that affidavit of fact. An affidavit of fact or truth, same thing, from there. And watch the video that I've done over affidavit of truth. From there, what I would do is I would go apply for something. I've been denied for something. Okay, now more damages have been done. On top of that, you're homeless. On top of that, you don't have a vehicle. So that's more remedy within itself. They sold your vehicle. The fact that they stole your property and then sold it, that's everything within itself you need and more. So I really want you to get familiar with FDCPA. I have so many videos in where I do break it down. 1692E. I just did one about 3 weeks ago. I was wearing a blue cardigan vest type thing. So check that video out. That one will give you everything you need to the T. There's going to be at least 3 to 5 violations within there. I also have a video where I break down holding each corporation civilly and or criminally liable per subchapter, specifically the subchapter you want to study and go through, especially for this affidavit of truth and all of the findings and violations, is the FDCPA. Right, so look up the FDCPA, which starts at 1692. And that's going to give you everything and more that you need to get, remedy. I promise you. 1692K is where you can get remedy. Not only $1,000 per violation, but per any actual damages in which have been done. If you guys, and only you guys know the damages that have been done. Only you guys were present through the transaction. So you know what they did not disclose to you guys. And you felt your reputation being ruined. 1692, what is it? A, B, C, D. I believe it's D or F. But look up D. It talks about your reputation. Your reputation has been ruined if they came to your house and they stole your vehicle and they repossessed your vehicle in front of your neighbors. That's, defamation of character. Mention that within the letter. but above all else, invoice them as well too. So with this, so I'm helping you draft up multiple findings. I don't know your story specifically, but if you find that contract, if you send them in their own arbitration, provision with the affidavit of truth, that's going to help your cause, and let them know, yo, I'm giving you guys, and watch the last video I did on Monday, giving them the chance to settle prior to going through arbitration. And from there, then if they don't comply, take it through arbitration. It'll tell you in arbitration alone, that they'll cover it, the cost of you paying for arbitration, which is $225 to $325. It could be anywhere from through there. I show you guys on the mob how to go through and file arbitration. So for $25, I show you guys exactly how, verbatim. Damn, that should charge me again. And so that'll help you with your case specifically with the repossession. I'm having a hard time removing the charge off. So with the charge off, Aubrey, have you drafted up an FTC report? That'll help big time. See, now I'm liking these questions. There we go. There we go, Heaven. There we go, Julius. I appreciate those questions. Let's understand, like I said, time is everything. So let's take action on, those videos. I gave you, like I said, I've already done videos on every process to help you guys get anything and everything removed. And I just gave it to you here on this live as well too. 692E, you're going to find at least 3 to 5 findings within there. That's all that you even need in general. Congressional findings, they've abused you, they've harassed you, they've deceived you. Talks, 692E, if it talks about anything in terms of garnishing your wages, your property, can't remember what number off top. It's all in there, family. We just got to read. But those are all violations within itself. Furthermore, you just need one. You got the evidence as well too of them selling your vehicle. That's a whole nother one within itself. And then you also got the agreement with them where it talks about your arbitration provision. So should I send in a notice to the CEO of the company, of the dealership, or the general manager? So the CEO of what company? The financial institution? Let's make sure our verbiage is correct, Heaven. Should I send a notice to the CEO of the company or the general manager of the dealership? Who's the company? Is that the dealership or the financial institution? Yes, I've done the FTC report and several CFPB complaints. Okay, Aubrey, have you drafted up an affidavit of truth? And with that FTC report, where did you send that FTC report to? What do you mean, what about personal information? What about it? Fremont. You can get just personal information removed by picking up the phone and calling them, if that's what you're asking. But 2024, y'all, we're really going to be focusing heavy on investing. Like I said, March, y'all going to see, a project that I'm working on with a couple of my business partners of some multi-family apartments in Arizona that are going to be going up that y'all all could have y'all hands on and help invest into, get Remedy back. And that's going to be the first property of many. Furthermore, like I said, Airbnbs, VRBO, Verbo, all these are about to be going up left and right. All you guys can capitalize and invest with Billionaires Club, but those that are going to be more qualified, and anybody can, but not everybody's going to. Nor will everybody have access to be able to do such. But those that will be more qualified are those that are minimum in the mob. Next, those that are in the university. Up even more, those that have paid for the personal credit blueprint. Up even more, those that have invested into the mentorship. 100% locked in, those that have invested into the franchise, and that's the main thing with the franchise, is we're going to be doing deals and investing together on multifamily, on residential real estate. So I sent the FTC report along with the identification and a cover letter to the company and submit it. So you don't want to send that to the company. You want to send that to the 3 consumer reporting agencies. Let's make sure we're taking the proper steps. Not to the company. I've never said that. You can send it to the company too, but we want to send it to the 3 consumer reporting agencies: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, the big 3. So you almost got those steps right. So you want to have 3 copies of your ID, your social, the FTC report, and a cover letter for all 3: Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. Experian's address, use the Costa Mesa address. How can I get my credit back up? Do I need to use a different address than the address I used to get my credit? How can I get my credit back up? To use a different address. So you can remove all addresses in general from your consumer report. Just call the consumer reporting agencies, Julius, and have them remove all information you don't want on there. And how can I get my credit back up? Do I need to use a different address than the address I used to get the credit cards, etc., when cleaning my credit? No, you don't necessarily need to use a different address at all. But what you do got to start doing is taking the... So watch that video. You haven't watched the part 2 video. Watch the part 2 video. Like I said, skip to about 1 hour and 5 minutes. How can one be denied? It says denied credit, question mark, question mark. How can one be denied their God-given right, part 2. I was in Atlanta at my best friend's, my brother's crib, and one of his cribs out there, and there's a mural of him in the national championship game, Keely Ringo, interception pick against Alabama, and that was in my background. So watch that video, and that'll help you guys. But skip to 1 hour and 5. No, you don't need a new ID at all. You don't need a new ID. You just need to take action. Okay, I need to watch your videos on that because I got the information from someone else. Okay, yes. So I just did a video on that too, like the past 2 videos. I'm in the dealership. So yeah, you want to send it to the CFO of the dealership and the financial institution. I fixed it now. I'm trying to fix it again. What are you referring to you fixed? Your credit, or what you fix exactly? So Julius, you got locked up. Also order your LexisNexis report. Order your LexisNexis report, order your SageStream report, order your Innovis report, order all of these other consumer reporting agencies as well too, so that you could clean up any of those public records, any other information that may be reporting on your consumer reports outside of that as well. So don't just order Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. Julius, if you're homeless, go to myannualcreditreport.com and order your credit report first and foremost, and from there drop it in the Discord. Then once you've dropped it in the Discord, shoot me a text at the 305 number. That's in my YouTube, and I'll be able to assist you. Schedule a 10-minute consultation call from there, Julius. And after you sent your report, don't schedule it until you sent your report. And those that do schedule calls, make sure you have your report ready, so we can get more insight upon your report. If you don't know where to order your report, or you're looking to get a look at your credit score as well too, and you want me and my team to look at it, and you want us to send you an audit to break it down, make sure you just reach out to the 305 number, text consumer, and we'll text you all the consumer law, and we'll text you over the information needed, what's included in the cover letter. So just something simple in terms of, you can mention, in pursuant to 15 U.S.C. 1681 C2, the block of information resulting from my identity theft states that I need to provide these 4 documents, within the... All right, y'all, so yeah, 1681 C2, provide those 4 things, also permissible purpose, and that's really everything, honestly. There's inaccurate accounts on my report. Remove these inaccurate accounts off my consumer report. Keep it as simple as that. You don't gotta make it any more complicated. Nothing more, nothing less. Well, we're gonna get up on out of here, mob. We've been here for 44 minutes. I believe this was a lot more than I want to provide, so I'm gonna tap in with y'all. And I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. We out.